the GOAT, man, and we are back with another video. We got a cool little Star Talk. Neil deGrasse Tyson, the GOAT. You already know, man. The mission, should we go back to the moon? From yours truly, Neil deGrasse Tyson, one of them scientific ghosts, man. So when he talks, we listen. You know what I'm saying? So let's just check out a little educational video. Like, subscribe, and comment, y'all.
We're going back to the moon.
I didn't know I've been in the first place.
NASA.
All right. NASA's going back to the moon.
Yes. Let's back up a little.
All right.
Okay. The first and only other time we went to the moon was the Apollo program.
Correct.
As you know, we went to the moon 9 times.
We faked it nine times. Not even in my marriage has that much faking taken place.
Apollo 8 went to the moon, orbited, and came back. Took that famous picture of Earthrise over the landscape.
That's right.
Apollo 10 went to the moon, orbited the moon, deployed the lander, and then came back up.
Right.
So that's Apollo 10.
Right.
Apollo 11, everyone remembers, Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong, walk on the moon.
Right.
They leave Michael Collins up in the capsule.
Just left him up there. Didn't even give him the opportunity to go down later and check it out for himself. You know what
it's
I mean?
in the plan. These are professionals.
That is rough. Yeah, I mean, you gonna make me the chauffeur?
Go to the moon.
You gonna make me the moon chauffeur? I didn't even get
the moon chauffeur.
I'm the moon chauffeur.
Then there's Apollo 12, Apollo 13, the ill-fated one.
Right.
Whole Hollywood movie on that, directed by Ron Howard. And then Apollo 14, 15, 16, and 17. All right. Why did we go? We're Americans. We're explorers. It's in our DNA, is what we are told.
Right.
That's not why we went. That's not why we went.
No. Why do we go?
You could want to go for those reasons, but that's not what makes everybody write a check.
Yeah, exactly.
Who writes the checks? Congress writes the checks.
Right.
You got to spook Congress somehow into writing the check. So Kennedy says,
we go to the moon and do this, that, and the other thing because it is hard.
So Yuri Gagarin comes out of orbit.
Okay. Right.
First man in space.
Yeah.
To orbit the Earth.
Right.
6 weeks later, we have a joint session of Congress. President Kennedy says stirring words, put a man on the moon, return him safely to Earth before the decade is out. Go earlier a couple of paragraphs in that same speech. If the events of recent weeks couldn't even utter the man's name.
Right.
The events of recent weeks are any indication of the impact of this adventure on the minds of men everywhere, then we need to show the world the path of freedom over the path of tyranny.
Voldemort is back. Dumbledore, I tell you, Voldemort is back.
The enemy is established.
Right.
The godless enemy is established.
Right.
The checks were written.
And yeah, well, there you go.
And they'd already beat.
So Russia was our enemy. And that's the reason why we got to have an enemy to even do some shit.
Us with the first animal in space, Laika. They already beat us at all of that. We needed something to beat them. So we said, let's go to the moon.
We're going to land on the moon.
And walk around. Even though they beat us in all these other categories.
Right.
And we did. So what happens? We get to the moon, look over our shoulder, no Ruskies. We're done here. So did we really go to explore?
No.
Or did we go to just beat the Russians?
Right.
We have not been back to the moon in 50 years. Damn. So you know how many scientists went to the moon?
0?
No. One. Do you know which mission?
No.
The last mission.
17.
So we had the astronauts do science experiments. It's not that no science happened.
No.
But don't fool yourself into thinking this was all for exploration.
Right.
It was muscle flexing on the geopolitical sphere during a Cold War when we're fighting a hot war in Southeast Asia against that enemy. We don't go back to the moon. Not in the 70s, not in the 80s, not in the 90s. Oh, wait a minute, in the 20-teens. Let's go back to the moon. What a great idea. We're long overdue. It's been half a century.
Yeah. I wonder how the moon's doing.
Okay. Why did we have these thoughts? Let's part the curtains. What else happened in the 20-teens? China says they want to put taikonauts on the moon. Taikonaut, their version of a cosmonaut, our version of an astronaut.
Right.
Oh my gosh, China's going to the moon. If there's ever a reason for Congress to reinvigorate the funding to go back to the moon, it was that.
Can't have
so
China.
We announced program to return to the moon.
We go to the moon. Not because it's easy, but because it's, I don't know, is there money there?
And so this happens under the Trump administration.
Yeah.
Okay. So Trump says, let's go back to the moon.
Yeah.
And the program to return to the moon has one of the best names ever.
Space Force?
No.
No, what is it?
Artemis.
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 Yes.
So who is Artemis in Greek mythology? Artemis is the twin sister of Apollo.
Look at that.
You can't get more woke than that.
That's which is why we're changing the name to get rid of this DEI Artemis chick.
And so right now, there are like 3, 4, 5 such missions planned.
Okay.
But each one, just as the original Apollo mission, each mission was a little more ambitious than the next.
Okay.
Right? As you heard, Apollo 10, they went halfway down, came back up.
I love the incremental approach.
It's incremental.
I love
and
it.
the press can talk about each increment because
Exactly.
each increment is more than what happened before.
Yeah, no.
Each thing is a progress wheel.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, remember the Saturn V?
Yeah.
I got it right here.
That's
I
it.
got it right here.
It's all rocket.
It's all right.
It's just all
It's all
rocket.
rocket. Right on up to here, and then right up to here, and then you get the astronauts.
Right.
There's 3 of them. We had Mercury had 1 astronaut. Gemini, how many did they have?
Maybe 2.
Yeah. Apollo 3, all increment up to landing on the moon. So they're up here in this little capsule right here. Little
exactly.
capsule. And this is the Cape Tower. If something bad happens, this launches and carries the capsule and its residents away from this bomb that they're sitting on top
exactly.
of. Okay. So we got one of those as well, but it's specially designed for the future. It's called the Space Launch System, SLS. So it has not only a big old giant rocket, it's got what we're familiar with now with the space shuttle. It's got 2 solid rocket boosters on the side. The value of that is you use up their fuel, and when they're done, you just drop them away.
There you go.
You don't want to
don't have to carry empty tanks.
Empty tanks. And then the main rocket will also have multiple stages as well. This was the brainchild of Werner von Braun. Multi-stage rockets.
Right.
Without him, we'd all have these bullet-shaped V2-looking rockets that are not multi-stage. It was his idea to do this. You drop away things you don't need anymore, and that way the remaining thrust is pushing on a lower mass object.
Right.
So the SLS, with the capsule included, is about the same size as the Saturn V. But here's a good way to think about how big it is. Let's compare it to the Statue of Liberty. Except that's not the right comparison. Let's make the Statue of Liberty its actual size relative to the SLS.
Damn. How tall are these rockets, dog?
About the same size as the Saturn V.
building.
Okay.
But it has the help from these solid rocket boosters on the side.
Okay.
All right. Point is, the capsule, which is containing and protecting the life forms, there are things like the original capsule was not expressly designed to protect you from radiation.
Right.
It might incidentally do so because it's made of metal and whatever, but this is radiation insulated. It has other life support systems to protect the occupants, as you would want.
Okay.
Okay? The original Apollo capsule could seat 3 astronauts. The Lockheed Martin one can seat 4. Okay, we add another one to the mix.
Okay.
And of course, it is also once again connected to a rocket tower that will, if something goes wrong, in an instant, it'll rapidly take the capsule away from this rocket bomb that's detonating in ways that you don't want.
Yes, exactly. So it's cool. It's good. It's nice to have a little ejector button.
Ejector button. Exactly. In a way, the most important part of the whole rocket.
Definitely.
Because you in it.
I was going to say, that's where the people are.
That's where the people are. So Artemis 1 flew the entire kit and the caboodle to the moon, and it landed in the ocean just like the old days.
Yeah.
With
splashdown.
Splashdown with 3 parachutes, and there was the capsule, and landed right near there was an aircraft carrier, just one of the ships that would collect it out of the water, and it was great, uncrewed, just to test the system. Next, Artemis 2 goes with crew to the moon, but doesn't land, and then comes back.
Okay.
Okay? That's a very Apollo 80 of them. 8.
Right.
8E. To go to the moon and then come back. That's the first time we've sent astronauts off of the Earth to a destination since 1972, since Apollo 17.
Damn.
54 years.
I'm going to say that's tragic.
What year was 54 years before we landed on the moon? It was 1914. So you see how far we went from 1914 to 1969.
That's terrible.
That's how I think about where we should be in space.
That's terrible.
Okay. So Artemis 4, scheduled for the future, will take the crew and they will land on the moon targeting the South Pole.
Okay.
The South Pole, we have crater rims where the sun, which never gets very high in the sky, that happens when the sun is in the sky when you're near the poles.
Right.
And they're craters that are so deep with rims so high, the sun never reaches the bottom of the thing. So when comets hit and they deposit water molecules on the surface. If it's where the sun hits, it
just
evaporates. If it goes in the middle of the crater,
It's there.
it's a cold trap
And we got it for water.
forever. And so you can, quote, mine those molecules out for water. You can turn it into rocket fuel, separating the hydrogen and
I'm
oxygen.
starting to see the motivation here. China is going to go. We like, that water's ours, China.
So the South Pole is the object of affection these days.
Yeah.
Not only China has sent rovers there, Russia has sent a rover. One of them crashed, I think. We've sent a spacecraft to the South Pole. So that's where everybody's sort of gathering right now. And if it's going to be a turf war, it's going to be there. And we didn't want to be left out.
Hey, y'all. I'm not wishing this on war on nobody, but war on the moon would be pretty cool. Like on some like modern warfare type shit. Like that'd be pretty sick. Like niggas is like fighting over the moon, but like don't fuck with our way of life on Earth. But like if niggas is fighting battles on the moon, y'all go ahead and do that, bruh. Y'all go fuck up the moon because they ain't got really nothing to, you know what I'm saying? If there was to be a war fought, go throw some nukes on the moon, nigga. Don't come over here and fight on the Earth and ruin the Earth, nigga, because Mother Nature already had enough of our bullshit. Go fight some battles on the moon, nigga. Space Force, get active. Is what I'm saying, nigga. We need some Space Marines. Fuck it.
There it is.
Well, there it is. Once again, it comes down to the fact that we don't want to get beat.
We have a real or perceived threat from an adversary that we are reacting to. But that's not going to be in the top cover.
What does our treaty say about, like, water is now a commodity on the moon? So what does our treaty
There's
say?
the Outer Space Treaty,
Yeah.
which was modified, updated to become the Artemis Treaty.
Oh,
It's signed by 50, 60 countries.
okay.
Not China, not Russia.
Oh.
They came up with their own treaty that they signed among themselves. Okay, so they got a treaty. We got a treaty. The treaty means you help each other in
Right.
need. You don't hide secrets.
What a perfect opportunity to showcase cooperation
To
amongst
reinvent
nations.
ourselves as a cooperative
as
species.
a cooperative species. Like we're not on Earth anymore. Like we can't even go to the damn moon and work together. You would think look, let's all work together. We can all get this water because guess
Right.
what? You know,
Right.
whoever gets it, we need it to get to Mars or
Right.
wherever else. Ugh.
It's the old watering hole problem with tribes.
Yep.
All over again.
All
except
over again,
on the
except
frickin'
on the
moon.
freaking moon.
So I just want to sort of celebrate the fact that we are going back, even though it's 50 years later.
Right.
I'm happy we're going back.
Right.
I understand the motive. I'm not delusional about that. That crew going to the moon looks more like America than the original.
So we're going to the moon to try to beat China, is what he's saying. We're gonna try to beat China to the moon for their tiki masala, whatever the fuck they call their astronauts over there. Shout out to all my Chinese people, man. It's too bad that you know, the big T doesn't like you guys. But you know, hey man, that's pretty cool though. We're going back to the moon, USA, and Space Race Part 3. Or
You know,
2.
Mercury 7.
Not if I can help it.
Oh, by the way, Trump puts it in, and who follows Trump as president?
Biden.
Biden. He doesn't cancel it.
Nope.
He keeps it.
He was asleep, that's why. Anyway.
Oh my god.
So
Man,
everybody
Sleepy Joe.
keeps the space goal
Right.
because it transcends politics.
It does.
It does.
And you realize NASA has 10 centers in 8 states. And those 8 states variously at the general election vote 4 red, 4 blue, 3 red, 5 blue, 5 red, 3 blue. It is embedded in the political spectrum of the country. So if someone does not like NASA, that is insufficient information for you to know what party they vote for.
There you go.
That's how you embed it in.
See?
Kind of how I see it.
There it is. Congratulations, NASA. The only thing about America that doesn't suck.
On that note, this has been yet another Star Talk Explainer, the Artemis mission, following on the legacy of
All
Apollo.
right, the Artemis mission is a go, man. Oh shit, man. We going back to the moon, man. Y'all comment. Let me know down below what y'all think about this, man. Is this gonna be a space war? Cause you know how Trump is, and you know how China's very competitive also. Or niggas gonna be squabble grooving in space on the moon type shit. It's not far fetched, y'all. We know this shit. Anything happens. So like, subscribe, and comment, y'all. Love y'all boys. Peace.